Hello, everyone. This is Luis Concepcion from Strategic Profit Line Trading, coming to you with the plan of the week for week number 10. Boy, I can't believe it's already week 10 of the trading season. All right, so here we go. As always, here's our disclosures. This content is for educational and informational purposes only. Understand that all this information is not tailored for each individual, and everybody has a different time horizon. Past performance does not guarantee future results or success, and all investment involves risks, including the loss of principal. Here's our agenda. As always, we'll be covering the news, give you a brief market overview of the indices and where we're at. And a big change. We went from about over 700 companies reporting earnings this week to only 455. So it was slim pickings this week, trading and trying to find new trades. But we're going to make something happen here. So here's our week 9 results. Provided 17 zones last week. We went 2 for 1 in stocks and 5-0 in options. No entry of 12. Here's what the earnings home front looks like. I went ahead and I updated our stock zones, bringing us to a total of 16 and 8 on the year. And then our options, we are 28 and 5. So getting into our charts, our aggressive level held here on the SPX. And we made another all-time high this week. When this market's going to stop, who knows? Nobody knows. It's parabolic right now, so just be mindful of that. Just gonna have to wait for a pullback and take the next trade. So we're gonna stick with the 50, 67, 22 to 50, 54. I know it's still an aggressive trade, but it's what's holding it until it's gone. For those of you who are not comfortable taking this trade or taking this level, the next level I have for you is 49.93 to 49.46. That's gonna do it for us on the SPX. Moving on to the NASDAQ. And my lines are, oh, I was about to say my lines are gone, but there they go. So on the NASDAQ, I made another all-time high as well. The zone I have for you this week is 18.18 and 17.844. Again, all-time highs again. So we just got to keep taking those levels and waiting for those pullbacks to come back. That's for the NASDAQ. Moving into the Dow Jones. So for the Dow Jones, the big news this week was Amazon joined the Dow Jones and they kicked out Walgreens. So be mindful of that. Level I have for you on the demand side is 386 to 383, and the next level below that is 380 to 377. Moving on to the rut. The rut finally hit our zone this week. So we closed in our zone, and that supply level that I still have for you is just call it 2070 for now to 2103. And in the event we come back down, the demand zone I have that we still haven't hit is 1887 to 1847. Moving into earnings for the week, we are going to start with SE. So on the demand side, 4070 to 3782, and on the supply side, 5565 to 5888. Nothing really in the this company's releasing on Monday, and everything else is going to start midweek. We're going to start with Target. So for Target, we are currently in a supply zone. So be mindful of that. 152.28 to 162.83. And then on the demand side, I got 132.30 to 128.29. Not sure what Target's gonna do. I know that we all know that Walmart did a 3-for-1 split last week, and their earnings were kind of flat. So we'll see if Target gives us a chance and does a pullback here, or is it gonna continue going up. Next company I got for you is CrowdStrike. So no supply on CrowdStrike. Starting to pull back. We have on the demand side 279.26 to 272. Next is Raw Stores. On the demand side, 132.26 to 128.83. As you can see, it hit all-time highs at 151.12, so we have no supply. Abercrombie and Fish, all-time highs as well, 131.73, so no supply. The first demand zone I have for you is 93.78 to 86.60. Next company I got for you reporting this week is Foot Locker. So Foot Locker, the demand zone I have for you is 23.42 and 22.09. And on the supply side, you got 38.83 to 42.25. Be mindful that Foot Locker Foot Locker likes to gap up or down on earnings. It has usually $20 to $30 moves sometimes, so be mindful of that and cautious of that. Campbell Soup. So on the demand side, I got 40.11 to 39.42, and on the supply side, 45.97 to 46.66. Next company I got for you is Kroger. So Kroger is in a supply zone. This is what's been holding Kroger for quite some time now. So be mindful of that. In the event we have an overshoot, we got 53.41 to 55.97. Just play this by ear as the week progresses along. But on the demand side, we got 45.90 to 45.10. Next company I got for you is Burlington Coat Factory. On the supply side, we got 222.29 to 239.95. Let me see if I got a zone for you for overshoot. Yes, and if we overshoot 264 to 313.76. On the demand side, 137.49 to 125.31. We're at 205, right? I'm gonna add this level for you guys right now. It just caught my eye. It's gonna be 174 to 160, 174.15 to 168.57. Next company is BJ's. So BJ's as well. This level has been holding BJ's down, and as you can see, we're already turning from here. Not sure what it's going to do throughout the week. However, this is 73.33 to 76.17 on the supply side, and on the demand side, we got 62.67 to 60.33. Next company I'm going to cover is Broadcom, and like you can see, all-time highs on Broadcom again. So the first level I have for you is 13.18.59 to 12.79. It's an expensive stock, almost 14 is at almost $1,400. So be mindful. This might be a little bit too aggressive for some of you. So with that being said, the next level I have for you is 1,114 to 1038. Costco also reporting earnings this week, and no supply in Costco. It hit 752 last week. And the first demand zone I have for you is 696.62 to 676.28. In the event of an overshoot, it has another level right below it at 668 to 639. Marvell on the move. You can see the first supply zone I have for you is 87.08 to 93.94. And on the demand side, 55.60 to 50.40. DocuSign is next. This is the level that's been holding DocuSign. So 63.91 to 67.06. In the event of an overshoot, you got 72.29 to 77.17 on the supply side. And on the demand side, I got 43.96 to 42.05. Last company I have for you is IoT. And the demand level I have for you is 27.30 to 25.75. And I do not have a supply because all-time highs was 36.91. And that's going to do it for us with the charts this week. And going to cover the news on the back end and going to do that next. So for our news on Monday, we have no news. On Tuesday, we have durable goods on in the morning pre-market. So be cognizant of that. Might cause us some volatility on the open on Tuesday morning. And then moving on to Wednesday, we have prelim of GDP. So that might cause some extra volatility Wednesday morning. So be mindful of that for those of you trading on Wednesday's open. And then moving on to Thursday, nothing affecting as I stand. We got unemployment claims on Thursday, pre-market as well. And then consumer price index as well. So we might have some volatility in the morning again on Thursday. And then moving on to Friday, we have PMI 30 minutes after the open and consumer sentiment. So that's going to do it for us when it comes to the news affecting the US markets. And for those of you who are trading futures with currencies, just be mindful. You got news on Tuesday for the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar after market. And the euro's being affected Wednesday all day. So be mindful if you're going to trade the euro. It's going to be affected all day on Wednesday, which means we might have problems with the dollar which will affect the U.S. market as well. So be cognizant on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, Canadian dollar pre-market. And that's going to do it for us for the news this week. As always, here's my contact information. Feel free to check out the website for when I have upcoming courses coming up. If you have any questions or anything you'd like me to add or see change during these presentations, feel free to email me. For those of you who are not following me on Facebook or LinkedIn, feel free to follow me on those platforms as I post trades from time to time and give updates. If you haven't hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel already, please do so. And again, always have a plan. Until next time, happy trading. See you next week.